If you've ever planned out your day to the hour only to have it go off the rails by lunchtime, then you're not alone. I was the same way until I learned this powerful yet very subtle difference between time blocking and time boxing. Let's chat about it. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Rick Russell, and this is Let's Chat Tech with Nick. Now, it's no secret, I am a productivity nerd, and if there's a better way to do something, a way to be more productive and get more done, I'm going to try it. And that's why in this video, I'm going to break down the difference between time blocking and time boxing, go over the pros and cons of each, and at the end of the video, explain why I'm going to make the switch to time boxing and how that could help you. Now, let's start with time blocking. Now, this is something I've been doing for a very long time. And when I plan out my week every Sunday morning, I time block every day for the week ahead. Now, time blocking is basically when you write down all of your tasks, all of your meetings, and everything you have to do for the week ahead, or even just the day ahead. And you block out specific times in your calendar for each and every task. So, for example, if you have task A, that'll go Monday at 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Task B, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Task C, 10:30 to 11:30, so on and so forth. So your entire day is absolutely blocked out with all of your tasks, meetings, and everything you have to get done. Now, time boxing is a little bit different. Time boxing, for example, is when you have a group of time that you're going to work on a set amount of tasks. And typically, you're going to batch all of your tasks together. So instead of, for example, Monday at 8 to 9, I'm going to create content for client A. For client B, I'm going to use 10 to 11 on Monday to create their content. So instead of doing that, I'm going to batch similar types of content, and I'm going to do that all on Monday morning from 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. And once that time is done, I'm done with that task, whether it's complete or not, and I'll move on to the next thing. So my next time block might be filming content or writing scripts or meetings, whatever the case may be. So once that block is done, you move on to the next task. Now, let's go over the pros and cons for both time blocking and time boxing. So we'll start with time blocking. Now, the pros for time blocking, it's a great structure and a great routine. It helps plan a detailed day, works well for meetings and fixed tasks. Now, the cons for time blocking, easy to fall behind if one task overruns. Can feel rigid, frustrating when your day goes off script. You might spend more time planning than actually doing. Now, let's talk about the pros and cons for time boxing. Now, the pros for time boxing encourages focus and urgency. It's great for perfectionists and procrastinators. I fall in that category sometimes, and don't lie, you do too. It's more flexible and easier to adapt when things go off shift. Now, here are the cons for time blocking. Now, it may feel like you may need multiple sessions to get big tasks done. Harder to plan and collaborate with unpredictable work. Can lead to incomplete work if you're not careful with your priorities. Now, I will add a little caveat to this. When you are time boxing, a really good system to follow is Eat That Frog. And just to remind everybody what Eat That Frog is, you take your whole list of tasks for that day, and you're going to break that down into the top 3 priorities, the biggest, hardest tasks. You're going to tackle the biggest and hardest of those 3. That's the frog. You want to eat that frog first. Once that's done, you go to the next biggest, then the next. So at the end of the day, you just have smaller simple tasks to get finished, and you can get those done a lot faster. So why am I switching from time blocking to time boxing? Now, I found that throughout the day, a lot of the tasks that I put into rigid times, I sometimes go over that time limit more often than not. And it's not that I'm not being productive and I'm not efficient. It's just I'm getting more work now, and I started to feel like I can get things done faster, and then I would run over, and I wasn't happy with that. It was making me a little frustrated. So I'm going to switch to the time blocking method, still using the Pomodoro technique as well, where I set a 25-minute timer, take the break, so on and so forth. But I'm going to switch to that for the next month. Now, I'm recording this the first week of June, so the entire month of June, I'm going to be focusing on time boxing, and then I'll evaluate at the end of the month to see what the difference is if I find myself getting more work done, less work done, and then I'll make that adjustment getting into July if I want to switch back to time blocking or stick with time boxing. Now, one of the things that I still use that help me with both time blocking and time boxing is my Notion planner. Now, this is something that I use every single day. I mean, everything is built into Notion for me now, from my content creation to my planning to my CRM, everything. And I love it. But as far as planning goes, this is something where I sit down every Sunday morning and I do a weekly review to see where my strengths were, my weaknesses were, and helps me better plan for the next week. I also do a daily planning session with some journaling prompts to set me up with a positive mindset for the day, and then jotting down my 3 wins for the day, where went wrong, and how I can get better. Not only that, I have a monthly review and planning session, a quarterly review planning session, and a yearly review and planning session. The yearly, obviously, is where I set my goals for the year, and then quarterly check in on those goals to see how I'm doing, monthly, weekly, and so on and so forth. And if that's something that you're interested in, I will put a link to the description to my full planning hub in Notion, and you can check it out. With that said, that's all I have for you this week, and I'll see you on the next video.